And good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, all. Welcome to the first Wednesday of December. Woo! Right? Where did where did the year go? I'm not the only one thinking that, right? Like ours has been a whirlwind of an experience, and sure, a lot of yours has been too. But good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Makers and Movers podcast, where today we're talking about jingle bells and burnout smells. The hell does that even mean? Well, uh, you know, December is a magical month until it isn't. Because, one minute you're really excited about your holiday orders and everything that's going on. And then the next minute you're surrounded by, press that isn't working, a tower of blanks, your coffee that has been cold for the last 8 hours and rewarmed so many times that doesn't even taste like coffee anymore. This is the time of year that everything just hits differently. The pressure is higher, the stakes feel bigger, and burnout really starts to creep in fast if we're not paying attention. And I've said this time and time again, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So, if we want to make it through December with our sanity intact, we've got to kind of build those guardrails before we hit the downward slide. So, this episode here, what are we going to talk about? This is your pep talk, your reality check, your permission to slip. It's all in one. Talk about some rest, some boundaries, communication, expectations, and the art of not losing your shit when your printer decides to take a holiday break before you do, because you can absolutely crush December without crushing yourself. And, maybe a little holiday spirits might help too. But I tell you, the strategy helps more. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, it's your first time here or long time here. I'm your host, Todd. Don't forget to go like and subscribe, turn on those notifications, do all that jazz. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area, and then five things. What are five things that you're going to accomplish today? Today, wildness. The girls are already on a road trip to go get some 5 foot tall nutcrackers, like an hour away. So they're going to do that with the goal of next Christmas, those will be crystallized, those will be blinged out. So that's fun. So road trip for there. Yeah, we also have we launched the wizard last night. If you didn't know, go check. It should be somewhere in the comments here. Right click, copy paste. We launched the wizard, so that's going to be number one priority. Getting support out for everything that needs for that. We have supplies that need to be ordered today. We also have payroll because apparently people want paychecks for stuff. And then what was the other one? We've got a couple meetings this afternoon, so we'll see how that turns out. Developers on websites, and we'll see. So super excited about how we can do that today. And what am I drinking today? Galaxy Vibe Sparkling Strawberry Watermelon Edition of the Celsius. Yeah, thank you very much, Celsius. Sippy sip. I did eat dinner at about 10:30 last night, so it was a wild day. It was I don't even know how many hours of a day yesterday, 16-hour day to get everything there. But it's definitely worth it. And now you're going to see us. We're going to push really hard for Wizard this month because sign up now, no upgrade fee if you're a current user and you're getting credits. So boom, 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 boom. Make sure to sign up for that. Now, let's check in and see how everyone is doing. Renee, good morning. Chicagoland, we're already reached our high. I know. I hate that when we reach that. And don't we have more storms coming this weekend? Water in the bottle, tea in the mug. Gabriella, good morning. Hello. Good afternoon to you. There in cold Italy. Barb's like, cold, hold my beer. Watch this. Good morning from north central Minnesota, where it's 5 degrees and feels like negative 11, but it's sunny. Hot dandelion tea in the cup. I think we had this discussion last winter where I'm like, what, really? I need more information on this. Five things: quotes, sewing alterations, DTF, 3D printing, digitizing logos. We went down a 3D rabbit hole printing yesterday. As soon as we were done with this, Hudson stayed up and we talked more. And he's super excited to start his 3D printing journey. So now we just need a 3D printer come there. I showed him the colored lithographs. He was ecstatic. He's like, "Oh, we can do this and that." I'm like, "Yeah, we can do this and that." So he's already on Maker's World to find the look of prints that he likes and figure out what kind of filament we need. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about how that goes. And like I said, the link right there. Go check out the website. You can see the stuff right there. Pasha, good morning to you. Jose, good morning to you. Keith, good morning from the sunny Space Coast. And he's got coffee in his cup this morning. Linda, good morning to you. Uh, other Linda, hey there, 46 there in Texas. Iced tea in the cup, 5 things, 3D print, press shirts, design yard signs, edit photos, Santa photo shoot tonight. Ooh, that should be exciting. Do you guys have fake snow? Do you use fake snow? I don't. Tim, good morning to you. I bought fonts and two designs. Love it, love it, love it. Jose says, good morning, everyone. Hi, Jose from Barb. Hey, Todd. Hey, Ronnie, thanks for joining us. Only here for a few minutes, but I finally made a morning appearance. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, Hudson will have a blast making things. He's already looking at things like, oh, I can make this and I can make that. I'm like, yes, yes, you can. So he is pretty excited about that. I said, this is all going to be you. We'll put this together. I don't know. I think it should be here sometime next week, maybe. We'll see. So now it's all on the filament of what do I need to get and how do I need to go about it. And that'll be a fun journey and we'll document that because, of course, we got to bling it out. And of course, we have to make things that we can bling on it. Oh, sunny UK, currently drinking a grape slush. Man, that does not sound like a bad idea at all, Lisa. A grape slush? I could be down with that. So, what do you say? We just get right into the day. All right. Tip number 1. Rest is not optional, it's fuel. Oh, huh? Well, we got stuff to do. What are you talking about? Well, December does feel like a month where we just stop sleeping on purpose, right? It's like we're auditioning for some sort of holiday endurance competition reality TV show. But rest, it is not weakness. It's maintenance. Without rest, what's going to happen? You're going to make more mistakes. You're going to take longer on orders. You, most importantly, I feel, are going to lose that spark that really makes your work special. When you're tired, everything just feels heavier, right? Customer messages, they feel a little snappier. Delays, those feel personal. And simple tasks, man, it makes it feel like you're climbing mountains. Rest isn't a break from productivity. It's just how you protect it. When we go through this, like in the real world, some examples are, we have a maker who started taking, a 20-minute afternoon break, and noticed that their mistakes dropped by half because in the afternoon the brain wasn't fried anymore. Another DTF printer friend of ours, they said, yeah, we stop working at 7 o'clock every night, and that's it. And they saw that their next day turnaround time really improved because they weren't exhausted and foggy and did not hate the business. So rest doesn't slow you down. It just stabilizes you. As we're going into this, we got an action step for you, right? So today's Wednesday. Between now and next week, look at your schedule. Just like you schedule appointments with clients, just like when you schedule appointments for jobs, make sure that you have scheduled at least 2 intentional rest blocks. Even if they're tiny, 15 minutes, rest, not do anything, work. We need to treat those like non-negotiable appointments, just like you would with a customer. All right. Number 2, boundaries. What are those? Well, those are your holiday superpower. Now, a lot of makers, they run into burnout, not because of the work, but because of the expectations around the work. If you try to meet everyone's deadline, every favor that's wanted, every last minute, pretty, 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 please, you are going to eventually break. And boundaries, well, those are going to keep you sane and clear and consistent. And really, customers actually respect businesses that communicate limits confidently to them. You can be kind and still firm. Those two things are not opposite by any means. So, some examples of this is, an artist who implemented no rush orders after the 15th. That was it. No rush orders after the 15th. They found that customers ordered earlier the next year because they learned that she meant it. Right? Now, another maker started auto replying with their holiday turnaround times in October, so she didn't have to repeat herself every message the rest of the year. It was just here. Yep, here's where it is. little spot there. Here's our holiday hours. Here's our cutoff times. Here's everything with it. And she said that her stress dropped by half. You know, boundaries, they're not walls, they're clarity. And we've talked about that plenty of times before. So, action step O for this is we're December 2nd, December 3rd, December 3rd. Just write down one boundary that you're enforcing this December and post it, automate it, do something with it so that your customers will see that. Email, social media, on your sign on your store. Let them know what we have for it. Now, number 3 is let's communicate early and communicate often, right? Now, most customer frustration in December, what does it come from? Confusion. It doesn't come from delays. When people know what to expect, they really do feel safe. When they don't know what to expect, what happens? They get nervous, right? And what do nervous customers do? I'm not saying they send a message every 10 minutes, but probably every 20 minutes, right? Just checking in, you know, 11 o'clock at night, just checking in, 4:30 in the morning, just checking in, hadn't heard from you. So the more you communicate, the fewer fires that you'll have to put out. And communication, it really gives you that breathing room while making your customers feel like they actually matter and are taken care of for it. Some examples of this is a laser engraver friend of ours, posted daily order updates and um, noticed that the customers messaged them less and trusted the process because they saw movement. They could see, oh, hey, here's my order number, here's where it's at. I know things are happening with that. Another one added just a pinned holiday FAQ to their page, and that included the cutoff times, the shipping times, and what to do when if you're ordering a gift, like the how to order, what to expect. And she said that it eliminated almost 80% of the repeat questions that they usually get. Customers truly do uh, love transparency because it builds confidence in you. So it's easy. We just need to create one simple holiday communication post today. That's it, just one. And it needs to be pinned where all your customers can see it. It needs to be clear and it needs to be easy to read. Right? Pretty simple, easy to go with that. Now, before we get to 4 and 5, let's check back in and see if we've missed anybody. Jerry's here. Jerry, hey, I still need to invoice Jerry. Jerry, your transfers are with your order. They're in transit. I need to still invoice you. It's on my list today. Hit the like button. It makes Todd smile bunches. It does. It does. I will say that. Good Tuesday with Don last night. Well, I thank you very much, Jerry. I think we had a great time with that last night. Now, what do you say we get back into number 4? We might burn right through these this morning because I'm fired up and excited. We got stuff to do. I know you got stuff to do. So, number 4 is stop chasing perfection, chase consistency. All right. Now, December is not the time to reinvent your entire business or start comparing yourself to every maker that's on Instagram or Etsy showing off their perfect holiday booth. All right? Your goal, your goal isn't to be flawless, it's to be steady, right? Consistency, what does consistency do? It keeps orders flowing. It keeps you reliable. And it really stops you from spiraling to that I'm not doing enough mode. All right? Perfect is pressure. Consistency, that's peace. So some examples of this is a small shop stopped doing crazy mock-ups in December and just switched over to simple product displays, saved them hours each week and still resulted in strong sales. And another one, they simplified their offerings to just 3 bestsellers. Instead of offering hundreds of things, here's our 3 bestsellers. This is all we're going to offer. That's it. And their revenue, it actually increased because customers weren't overwhelmed with 100 options to choose from. It was just these 3. Simple sells, steady wins. right? So for this one, we just need to identify one thing that you were overcomplicating this month and see how can we simplify that today. All right. Now, number five. Number five, protect your joy on purpose. Now, the fastest route to burnout is really forgetting why you started. December can really make even the happiest maker. They can feel like a production machine instead of being a creative. Right? You have to intentionally bring joy back into your workflow. Now, whether that's music or snacks, favorite show playing in the background, or just taking that 10-minute break to breathe and reset. Joy really is a survival tool this season. So, some examples is a maker plays a specific holiday list that instantly puts back in the I love this mode, right? When they start to feel overwhelmed, they play that. Okay, back in it. This is why we're doing it. Now, another one, they just keep a small basket of customer thank you notes. Stuff whether they sit on orders, whether they've emailed it back in, whether they have left in the notes section, whatever. They print those out, they have them fold up in a basket, and they just pull them out and reread them when they get discouraged. Like for us, like here, Stella Denny, Miss Illinois Youth. Todd, thank you for the t-shirts for all the girls. They are very pretty. XOXO Stella. See? Love that. We go to another one. What do we got here? This one's from Elise. Elise, I think, wrote us a thing. Thank you so much for writing the t-shirts for all of our contestants. Your generosity gave every participant a special keepsake to remember this experience by, and we appreciate the time, effort, and creativity that went into making them. Little Miss Illinois, Elise Berry. Love it. And, I'm sure what do we have two more? Like this one, we got a picture. We got a picture, So we got a picture of it. So on something to some of that. Dear Todd, the t-shirts of the constants were amazing. I love the colors and the design of them. Love, Lola. And we got it. Things like that. That's why we love doing what we do, and that's why we put them on display. Now we get all kinds of them. Like Krista, oh, what do we have? Oh, this one was for, when we did a basket for movie night, and they sent us a picture of the person that won it, and thank you for the adorable Butterworth Spiritware raffle basket. I'm glad Butterworth has you at the school. Thank you for all you do. You were a huge part of the movie night success. Things like that. That's why we do it, and that's why I love keeping those, and I'll put them up here because sometimes when I'm feeling it, where it's just there, that's where I go to. Just read those, right? Really gives you that shift in energy. Joy just doesn't show up on its own. You have to invite it back in. Read those. So, what do we need to do? Well, let's just choose one joy triggering habit and let's build it into our workflow every single day for the rest of the month. All right. So, to recap all this, let's break down how to survive December without turning into the Grinch. All right. Rest is fuel, not a luxury. Tired makers, we make mistakes. We're going to protect our boundaries because it protects our sanity, you know, and customers really do respect those. Communication keeps things smooth because silence creates stress. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Simple and steady always wins. And then five, joy must be protected intentionally. It keeps you creative and it keeps you grounded. You know, you really do deserve to enjoy this season as much as our customers do, right? We need to we need to enjoy making the things as much as they enjoy getting them. You are doing a way better job than what you think. And December doesn't have to break you. We can make it through this month with joy, with clarity, with calm, maybe little holiday spirits. So that's what we got for you. Questions, comments, concerns. What do you have for us before we wrap this up today? I knew I'd burn through that because I'm just excited about things. Let's see. What do we have in here for this? Thanks for sending my goodies. I usually will when I will get that on here. It's on my list. It's on my list. Uh, Rustling, I came in at the perfect time. Stop striving for protection, Rustling. 100%, Rustling. 100%. Good morning to you, Claudette, and peace to all in the chat. Be like me and not care. Yeah. Jerry overanalyzes everything. That's why we love her. Yeah, that's why neither of us have posted anything. Oh, Rustling, shots fired right there. And Wrestling says, Jerry, January 1st, I'm launching. That's my goal. All right, Wrestling, launching January 1st. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get you ready for that? You let us know. Let us know what we got to do so we can get you set up for that. And Peg's checking in. Good morning, crew. Brisk 57 degrees. Coffee in the cup, water in the tumbler. My internet is still out, so my plan for the day is changed to organizing my studio and supply room, putting up Christmas decor. That sounds joyful. That really does. So with that, we're going to wrap up today, and we'll be back. What do we got? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So Friday. What are we talking Friday? Talking making spirits bright with the heat press. What does that even mean, right? We want to make sure that we're going to stay festive, right? We want this to become a reminder of why we started doing what we're doing in the first place. Because we do create those moments, those memories, and this magic. So we're gonna talk how to make our spirits bright. All right, that's what we're gonna talk about on Friday. Now, do I have anything else in here? I love the DMC stones. I think for bang for your buck, I think they're amazing quality stones on it. And I'm not just saying that because we sell them. I think we do, us personally, we do a lot. Corey, because the colors are limited on it, and that's what we're working on doing, bringing in new colors. Which in the new wizard, that's what we're able to do is as we get new stuff in, we can do a color swatch of it, upload it, and then you'll re-download them. But you'll have stuff. So pretty excited for that. But I do love those, especially over the Korean low lead, to the point where Korean low lead, those are going to start dropping by what we carry, because the price isn't a whole lot different from the DMC, and the colors, they match up. There's no reason when we look at it, Korean low lead, DMC, DC, and premium. We've got 4 lines, and to have the same stone color in all 4 lines, it's kind of redundant. And on some of the stuff that we look, we're like, this hasn't, like, now we're month 4, and we can see this. We haven't sold one bag of these in 4 months. Maybe we don't need to carry that. So that's what we got for you guys today. Remember, Wizard launched last night. You're going to see a lot more with that. You can go down, check the link, so you can be in there to get all that. Until next time, which will be Friday. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure to like and subscribe, turn on the notifications, so when we go live, you're notified of that. Until next time, peace, love, press on, and we will see you then.